Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is one of the most recognized urban legends in the world. The story says that if someone stands in front of a mirror in a dark room and repeats her name several times, a terrifying female spirit may appear in the reflection. Some versions require candles, spinning around, or saying the name exactly 3 or 13 times. The ritual is often shared among children and teenagers as a dare at sleepovers or parties. Descriptions of Bloody Mary change depending on who tells the story. She may appear as a pale ghost, a woman covered in blood, or a furious spirit with clawed hands and empty eyes. In some stories, she scratches the person who called her. In others, she pulls them into the mirror or curses them with bad luck. The legend likely grew from old fears about mirrors. For centuries, mirrors were believed to hold spiritual power or reveal hidden truths. Some people connect Bloody Mary to Mary I of England, but there is no solid proof that the legend came directly from her. What makes Bloody Mary so effective is how simple it is. Anyone with a mirror and a dark room can try it. That mix of curiosity, fear, and imagination keeps the legend alive generation after generation. The Slender Man. The Slender Man is one of the most famous modern urban legends. Unlike ancient folklore, this story began on the internet in 2009 when edited images showed a tall, unnaturally thin figure standing behind children. He wore a black suit, had long arms, and no face. What started as online fiction quickly spread into one of the most recognizable horror legends in the world. Stories describe Slender Man as a silent stalker who watches from forests, empty streets, and playgrounds. Victims often report seeing him from a distance before strange things begin to happen. Electronics malfunction, nightmares become frequent, and people feel as if they are constantly being followed. Some tales say he can grow tentacle-like limbs from his back or move without being seen. Part of the fear comes from how little is known about him. He does not speak, has no clear motive, and rarely attacks directly. Instead, he creates paranoia. Many stories say he targets children or vulnerable people, making him even more disturbing. Slender Man became so popular that games, videos, books, and films were made about him. He proves that the internet can create legends just as powerful as old folklore. His faceless appearance and quiet presence make him unforgettable. Smile Dog. Smile Dog is a terrifying internet legend centered around a disturbing image known as smile.jpg. The picture usually shows a husky-like dog staring directly at the viewer with a human-like grin. Its teeth are unnaturally visible, its eyes look intelligent, and the image often appears dark or grainy. At first glance, it may seem strange, but many people claim it creates immediate unease. According to the legend, anyone who views the image begins suffering nightmares. They dream of the dog appearing in dark hallways, bedrooms, or windows at night. Victims become paranoid, lose sleep, and feel watched even when alone. The only way to stop the torment, the story says, is to share the image with someone else. That idea makes Smile Dog similar to cursed chain letters and viral horror myths. What makes the legend effective is psychological fear. There is no monster chasing you in the real world. Instead, the terror enters your mind through a simple image. Many people fear losing control of their thoughts more than physical danger. Smile Dog became popular during the early internet age when mysterious files and online rumors spread quickly. It remains one of the most iconic creepypasta legends because it turned something harmless, a picture of a dog, into a nightmare. The Black-Eyed Children. The Black-Eyed Children are among the most unsettling modern urban legends because they appear almost normal at first. Witnesses describe them as young children or teenagers standing alone at night near roads, homes, or parked cars. They wear plain clothing, speak strangely, and ask politely to be let inside. The horror begins when people notice their eyes are completely black. Stories say these children knock on doors and request simple things, such as using a phone, getting a ride, or coming inside to warm up. Yet witnesses often report an overwhelming sense of dread before even seeing their eyes. Their voices may sound flat and emotionless, and they repeat requests in an unnatural way. The legend claims terrible things happen if you allow them inside. Some versions say illness follows, while others suggest disappearances or supernatural harm. In many stories, people trust their instincts and refuse entry, then watch the children walk away into darkness. This legend is powerful because it twists innocence into fear. Children are usually symbols of safety and vulnerability, but here they become something unknown and threatening. The Black-Eyed Children remain popular online because they rely on atmosphere, mystery, and the primal fear that something looks human, but is not truly human. La Llorona. La Llorona, meaning the weeping woman, is one of the most famous ghost legends in Latin America. The story tells of a woman who lost or drowned her children and now wanders rivers, lakes, and canals, crying in endless grief. Her sorrowful wails are said to echo through the night, warning anyone nearby that danger is close. Descriptions vary by region. Some say she wears white clothing and has long black hair covering her face. Others describe her as skeletal, pale, or floating above the ground. Her cries of "my children" are often the first sign of her presence. The closer the cries sound, the farther away she may actually be, adding to the mystery. Parents have long used the legend to warn children not to wander near water after dark. In some versions, La Llorona kidnaps children who are alone. In others, she mistakes them for her own lost family. She may also punish cruel or unfaithful adults. La Llorona is frightening because she mixes sadness with terror. She is not just a monster, but a tragic soul trapped in grief forever. That emotional depth has helped the legend survive for generations through stories, films, and oral tradition. Kuchisake-onna. Kuchisake-onna is one of Japan's most famous and chilling urban legends. Her name means slit-mouthed woman. She is usually described as a tall woman wearing a surgical mask and carrying a sharp object, such as scissors or a knife. She approaches people walking alone at night and asks a simple question: "Am I beautiful?" If the person says no, she attacks immediately. If they say yes, she removes her mask to reveal a mouth cut from ear to ear. Then she asks again, "Am I beautiful now?" According to the legend, answering incorrectly leads to death or injury. Some stories say clever responses or confusing her can help someone escape. The legend became especially popular during the late 20th century, causing panic in some areas where children were warned not to walk alone. Her use of a surgical mask makes the story more eerie because masks are common and ordinary, allowing fear to hide in plain sight. Kuchisake-onna is terrifying because she traps victims in an impossible situation. There is no safe answer. She also represents fear of appearances and hidden danger beneath normal surfaces. That combination of suspense and brutality keeps her legend alive today. The Wendigo. The Wendigo is a dark and frightening figure from Algonquian folklore in North America. It is often described as a monstrous spirit connected to greed, starvation, winter, and cannibalism. Stories vary, but the Wendigo is usually linked to people who committed terrible acts to survive, or who became consumed by endless hunger. Some legends describe it as once human, transformed into a creature after eating human flesh. Others portray it as a giant spirit with skeletal features, glowing eyes, and a body stretched thin by constant hunger. No matter how much it eats, it is never satisfied. That endless appetite is central to the fear it represents. The Wendigo is often associated with cold forests and isolated winter landscapes. It hunts travelers, stalks camps, and whispers through trees. Some tales say it can possess people, turning them violent or driving them mad. What makes the Wendigo powerful is symbolism. It is not just a monster, but a warning against selfishness, greed, and losing humanity during desperate times. Modern horror has adapted the creature in films, games, and stories, but its original roots remain deeply cultural. It is scary because it represents becoming something monstrous from within. The Rake. The Rake is a modern creature legend known for its disturbing appearance and nighttime encounters. Witness descriptions usually portray it as a pale, hairless humanoid with sunken eyes, long limbs, and sharp movements. It often crawls on all fours like an animal, but can also stand upright. Its unnatural motion is one of the reasons it frightens people so deeply. Stories say the Rake appears in bedrooms, forests, and dark corners of homes. Victims wake during the night to find it crouching near the bed, silently watching them. Others report seeing it at the edge of roads or hiding among trees. It rarely speaks, which makes its presence even more unsettling. Unlike louder monsters, the Rake depends on silence and stillness. Many stories describe it simply staring at people before disappearing. That lack of explanation allows imagination to fill the gaps. Is it hunting, studying, or waiting? No one knows.